What is up, my buttery biscuits? In the month of April, I did not upload a anti-haul or a new makeup drops. Are they bops or flops? So I'm letting you guys know right from the jump. I may upload 2 of each within May. It really does depend upon the collections and stuff that I want to talk about. But I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and film one right in the beginning of May. So that way, maybe towards the end of May, I may film another of each, which you guys will see. Also, before we jump into this, if you guys have not checked out, I recently just did a try-on video where I tried on the new Makeup by Mario Surreal Foundation, the Born This Way Ethereal Light concealer, as well as the Hourglass Vanishing Veil concealer. I took that one back. Little spoiler alert for you guys right there. And then I did try out the Healthy Glow skin tint by Too Faced as well too. It's all the stuff that I bought from the Sephora sale. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll go ahead and leave it linked down below so you guys can check it out, because I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a makeup video. I do have other reviews coming pretty soon, and I do think that I'm going to be doing a full face of favorites, because I was like, you know what, it's been a hot minute since I've done a full face of all my current favorites. So I was like, let me go ahead and do that. We got some background noise today because I think there's like a nest right above my house. There's like chirping going on like crazy, but I think it'll be like soothing in the background. Anyways, let me shut up. Today's video is my anti-haul, obviously, as you guys can tell. And as I said in the beginning of this video, y'all know my brain is literally all over the place, especially because there's something that I forgot to tell you guys. And I'm like, in my last video, I was like, oh, I'll mention it in the next video. And then I literally forgot it. So it's bothering me. It's like something in the back of my mind that I'm like, there was something I was going to update y'all about. And I completely forgot. But anyways, if I remember, I'll say it within this video. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys head over to the link down in the description box to head over to my travel channel. That's my second channel with my brother. We upload new videos there every Sunday, except for this past Sunday, because he went and left me. He went to the UK for 2 weeks without me. So I had to skip a week because I'm like, oh, we only got 2 videos left. So I don't want to have to skip 2 weeks. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, let me just go ahead and skip one. Anyways, let me shut up and let's go to get into it. You know what's so crazy? I'll be reading comments about myself, or I'll be like reading stuff on Facebook about myself, and I'm like, I agree with what everybody says about me. They're like, he has ADD, he rambles too much, he talks too much, he repeats himself too much. And I'm like, you're all right. You're all right. But that's what makes me me. Okay, let me just go ahead and say that. Anyways, these little birds. Oh my gosh. There's like a bunch of them. The mic's probably not picking it up. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the first thing right here. These are new eyeshadow quads from YSL. I've never tried anything from YSL. First of all, fashion-wise or beauty-wise, I'm just too broke. Oh, you know what? I lie. Literally, one of my favorite clones is Y by YSL. So I did lie. I guess technically that is part of like YSL Beauty, right? Is it? I don't know. Anyways, they're coming out with these new quads, and y'all already know how I feel about these quads. First of all, they're just way too overpriced. There is no price listed right here because they are coming soon. They're not out just yet. And I do want to say this, like, can somebody out there who has worked for a luxury brand before? I've only ever worked for MAC, so I'm like, I don't really know. Why do all these luxury brands always put those cheap, and I do mean extremely cheap, little Q-tip wands inside their palettes? Like, what is the purpose of that? I do believe that Chanel does that as well too, and I'm like, you're charging like $65 for 4 eyeshadows, and it's like, why are you putting these little terrible applicators in there? Like, just completely remove them. Like, why are they in there? They look so cheap. And to be quite honest with you guys, every single time that I see something like this that has those little crappy wands in it, I feel like it's something from the 99-cent store. I do believe, I always forget the name of the brand that they sell at the 99-cent store. Like, is it like Almay or something? I forget the name of it, but they always have those little quads in there, and I'm like, that's literally what luxury brands look like. Do they not realize that they look cheap? Obviously, whether it looks cheap or not, these are just, I'm just not into them. Okay, I'm sure they're going to be super expensive, and on top of that too, I feel like the color stories are just so dull, so bland, and just so, I don't know. As I've said it before, and I know I repeat myself on this, but I'm like, I understand a more high-end luxury foundation, and I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, I do notice a difference between drugstore foundations and higher-end foundations. Don't get me wrong, drugstore foundations have definitely come a long way, and I do feel like there are some really good drugstore foundations out there, but y'all, like, say for example, like the Traceless Matte Foundation by Tom Ford, like, just that finish is just so gorgeous, so beautiful. I can't find something like it in a drugstore dupe. Also, as well as like the Giorgio Armani. I think like the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, the closest thing to it that I have found will be the L'Oreal Pro Glow. That's like the closest. But still, like, that leaves little white specks, and it's like, ugh, I gotta like blend it out, you know? I love the finish of that foundation. But with the Giorgio Armani, I'm just like, oh my gosh, my skin looks like skin. With the Traceless Matte by Tom Ford, my skin looks like skin. And no, I still have not purchased it yet. It was itching me to buy it for the sale, but I was like, there's so many other things that I want to try. So I was like, let me pass on that. But I've tried it on my skin a few times, and I'm like, oh, it is so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. I will pull the trigger sooner or later and buy that Tom Ford Traceless Matte Foundation. I'm just kind of like, you know, let me get my finances right, because there's other things I gotta get. Anyways, as for these YSL quads right here, it's an absolute no. Next up on the list, okay, I talked about this before, but they came out with a new shade. I was a little scared to show it within my video because, you know, it's shaped like a little weenie. And I'm just like, what is up with this brand? First of all, never heard of it. I'm sure you guys have seen this. All went viral before by Isamaya. They're coming out with a new shade right here, which is a, it's called Flamingo. It's a pink. And I do want to say the shade does look beautiful on lips. My whole thing is, though, is how do you come out with something that's so gimmicky because it is in the shape of a wiener and you're going to charge $95 for it? Like, when I first saw that price point, as we did talk about, like, the first couple shades that did come out, it blew my mind. I was like, you're coming out with something that is, like, wiener shaped and you're pricing it at $95. You have to understand that this looks like it will be inside Spencer's, and stuff inside Spencer's will be like $12. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the price point is just insane. And to see that so many people actually bought this, obviously because it is so outrageous, it is so outlandish, so many people did want to get the views, you know, by, like, you know, buying this. I will never have it in me to spend $95 on a lip balm, especially one that's like shaped like a wiener. Like, I would be so embarrassed to use that in public, y'all. Like, I'm one of those people that I feel weird eating a banana in public. I'm all like this, you know what I'm saying? Because it just looks inappropriate. So I feel like, how am I going to be putting on a lip balm in public that's literally, it literally has a ball sack at the end of it, where I'm like, okay, come on. Like, I look gay enough. I don't need to be carrying around a wiener shaped lip balm. Do you know what I mean? And on top of that too, $95. Like, what's going on with the price point over here? And does anybody know anything about Isamaya Beauty? Because, like, where do they get off charging this amount? Like, who charges $95 for a lip balm? Like, I thought like Tom Ford was expensive, and I thought like Chanel was expensive, but this blows them out of the water with their price point. So this is just a definite no for many reasons. This is just like a luxury anti-haul, because next up on the list we have Tom Ford Liquid Lip Luxe Matte Lipsticks. I don't know. Y'all, $59 for these. And I do want to say, okay, and I've said it before, and I probably just said it like 10 minutes ago, I do want to say I do understand a more luxury, you know, foundation. I get that. And on top of that too, there are some foundations out there that do have like skin loving ingredients where it can be kind of like skincare as well as foundation into one. So it's kind of like 2-in-1. Say for example, like I recently just bought the Too Faced Healthy Glow Skin Tint, and it does have SPF. To me, that's like 2-in-1. It has my SPF. It has my little tint. Do you know what I'm saying? As to where something like this, a lipstick, I've said it before, where I'm like, lipsticks and blushes, things like that, I'm just not going to blow my money on. Like, never will you catch me wearing a $60 liquid lipstick. I mean, if they sent it to me, sure, of course I'm going to use it. Do you know what I mean? But that's not going to happen. So I would never spend $60 on a lipstick. Like, I just don't. And on top of that too, like, I don't really get it because like the packaging doesn't even look that cute. Like, the packaging is really not all that. So like, why is it $59 just because it's Tom Ford? Like, I feel like this is for like the bougie people out there who wants to like keep up with the Joneses. Do you know what I mean? Because like, why do you need this type of lipstick? I bet you it probably feels the exact same way as a drugstore liquid lipstick. So this is just a heck to the no. Y'all know that I'm always raving about the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful foundation. It's so crazy because like 5 years ago, I would not have liked that foundation. But on my aging skin, I absolutely love it. It just does, I don't know, it just makes my skin look like skin, and it doesn't settle on my fine lines right here that I absolutely hate. Like, I hate these lines right here. I'm like, eventually I'm going to get that laser, that like skin resurfacing laser, but I'm like scared to get it because like, oh my gosh, I probably won't be able to film for like a month because it like literally burns your skin off. But y'all, the results are insane. I forget the name of it. Anyways, one day I'm going to get that laser and then I'll feel much better about my little fine lines. But this right here is a Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Glow blush. These are $38 each, which I do feel like is pretty pricey. But I just wouldn't spend that much money on a blush. Like, I just don't get it. Because to me, y'all, I don't know, like maybe there's like different like ingredients inside blushes where it'll be like blurring, or it'll be obviously like this more luminous, and I get that, but I do feel like there are dupes for that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like you can get something from probably like ColourPop that's going to be a good dupe for this. I do feel like a couple shades in here are beautiful. Like, I love that one in the top row in the center, love that one, and the very first one. Those two shades I really do like, and it's something that I would wear, but I'm not gonna spend $38 on one single blush, you know. And you guys know that I love the Lunar Beauty, well, I literally can never remember the name of the blush palette, but the blush palette from Lunar Beauty, the first one, Moon Prism, right? Yeah, Moon Prism, I think. Absolutely love that palette right there. And I feel like that's like, I want to say like $45 for 6 shades. You know what I mean? So spending $38 for just one, I'm just like, no. So I'll definitely pass on this. Okay, so 100% this is definitely a luxury anti-haul. I didn't even think about that while taking the screenshots from Trend Mood. As y'all know, I just pretty much window shop. My eye is twitching so bad right now. Does that pick up on camera? Oh my god. Recently my eye has been twitching so much. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Anyways, I didn't even think about it while going through Trend Mood. You guys know I like to window shop on there and like talk about all this different makeup that's on there. I really didn't realize it's all luxury brand stuff. There are some other brands within this video, but I'm like, woo, most of it is luxury brand. Anyways, this right here is Tom Ford, the Soleil collection. Y'all, it's just a no. I don't have the prices on it because they're not listed because it was just revealed, but I can already tell you guys that it's going to be way too expensive. And on top of that too, I don't even like the color story. And once again, with the luxury brand quads, like, why do they have that like applicator? I just don't understand it. I don't really get it. Like, do you feel like rich people, I don't know any rich people, y'all, but like, say for example, like Rihanna, let's just say if she's going to be using Tom Ford, I'm sure she's not because she owns her own brand, but Rihanna's the first celebrity and like rich that came to mind, okay? Let's just say, do you think that she's going to be like busting out her makeup with that little Q-tip wand? Because I really doubt it. I'm just like, no. Anyways, within this collection, there are 2 quads. There's a lip balm and a highlighter, and I'm just going to say no to all of these right here because I just already know that they're going to be way too overpriced, and I'm just like, And on top of that too, I don't even like the color story of the quads, so I'm a pass because I'm broke. Here we have something that's actually not a luxury brand. And on top of that too, it's actually really affordable. These are only $6.99, but I did want to throw this in my anti-haul because as you guys know, I don't wear liquid highlighters, but I did want to talk about it within this video for those of you that do wear liquid highlighters. These right here actually look beautiful from She Glam. They're only $6.99. And I'm like, these actually look like beautiful highlighters. They give that glass-like finish. Obviously this is within the photo shoot for it, so who knows, maybe it does look different in person. But and if you guys try these duochrome highlighters, let me know. They're only $6.99 once again from She Glam. Obviously I'll pass on them because I just don't wear any liquid highlighters and I don't wear any outrageous highlighters. I like a glow from within. I don't know if you guys can see like just a little, you know, a little natural glow, because I'm like, y'all, I just feel like anything that I wear that has like an intense amount of shimmer shows off all my fine lines and texture, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hide that, so if I put a layer of like a thick old highlight on it, it's just gonna bring it out more. Do you know what I mean? So I like a blurring type of, you know, highlight, or a little lit from within type of highlight, something like this. Although it does look gorgeous, I don't think it's gonna look so good right here on my skin. But if you guys get this, please let me know how it is, because I do want to say I feel like the shades look absolutely beautiful, but just not for me. Here we have more Mickey Mouse stuff. I want to say the brush holder though for this is from Spectrum Collections. This is the Disney Mickey Mouse collection. I want to say the brush holder though looks absolutely cute. Like honestly, I would probably use the brush holder. I feel like that is just so cute with the little Mickey Mouse thumbs up, but for the rest of it, I'm like, nah. Like, I've never tried Spectrum brushes before, but they just look kind of cheap to me, to be quite honest with you guys. And I don't know why. I told you guys this before, and I know a lot of people are like, I don't get it. Like, why do you feel that way? I just feel like a lot of like colored brushes, just, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of. Like, I like a traditional regular old white or black brush. Do you know what I mean? I feel like things like this where it's like red and then it has like Mickey Mouse all up on the handle, I'm just like, I just don't like any of this. But I do want to say though, the brush holder is actually cute. Next up on the list, we have Nars liquid blushes. As you guys already know, I'm sure I don't need to repeat myself. You guys know that I just cannot wear a liquid blush. It just peels off. You guys can actually see right here, this little bit of like redness that shows through no matter what. Nothing clings to the area, and if I put any blush right there, it'll pull off all the foundation and just look splotchy and weird. I have tried liquid blushes so many times before. As I let you guys know, my skin, I'm self-diagnosing myself here. I think my skin's pH balance is off, so things don't cling to that area. I do want to say though, some of these shades look absolutely gorgeous. They are pretty pricey. They're at $32. I do want to say the shade Orgasm will probably be so beautiful. As you guys know, that is their staple, their #1 seller, and I feel like that's a gorgeous shade. But yeah, it just wouldn't work for me. And then the last product up on the list is a Lineage. And honestly, y'all, I never even know if I'm pronouncing the brand name right. I've never tried any of their stuff, and I've never really heard anybody talk about it. Have I? Maybe I have. I don't know. But I feel like it's Lineage. This is the lip sleeping mask. I have talked about their lip sleeping mask before. These are $24, and I'm just not a fan of lip mask. I feel like they don't really do anything for me. And I really do just like my Vaseline lip. I feel like that does enough for me, and that's $1. You know, and you can get them at the 99-cent store too. Anyway, so that is it for my anti-haul. It is pretty much a luxury anti-haul. There was a lot of high-end products on here. Sorry that I didn't have the pricing for that stuff because I guess it was just revealed, but the pricing will come out soon. But honestly, y'all, I just already know, like, you know, if it's YSL or if it's Tom Ford, it's going to be super expensive and I'm just not going to buy it. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.